So, I always kind of wanted to chat about open relationships, polyamory, and polygamy, and all that good stuff, I just didn't. There's no real rhyme or reason why I just didn't until now. So, where should we start on this video? Okay, so I think it should be obvious and clear. I'm not a big fan of polyamory, of open relationships, and of polygamy, right? So let's first start off by defining our terms, so you'll have a good understanding of what we're discussing. So an open relationship is one where two parties, male, female, 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 male, male, decide that while they will mainly interact with or have sexual dealings with their main partner, if one should find another individual attractive, I guess sometimes depending on their arrangement, they will discuss it and then they will proceed forward, and that one partner will be allowed to sexually explore our relationship, I guess, or friendship, or it is sex driven. Let's not kid ourselves here. They'll be able to explore this so-called connection, which just basically means physical attraction, especially for women. That is mostly what they're referring to. They'll be allowed to talk to an individual outside of their relationship, right? And to have sex with an individual outside of their established relationship. So it's open to allowing you to have sex with other people, basically. Polyamory, if I understand correctly, is when multiple individuals are either dating each other or dating one person. So you could have a triad where you'll have, I guess, a male and he'll have two girlfriends, or it'll be a male dating the same girl and then another male dating that girl. I guess if you want to invoke bisexuality, I guess the male could also be, attracted to that male, attracted to that woman, and they can all be their whole unit thingy, whatever. Would be polyamory, if I understand that one correctly. And then polygamy is mostly of which one where you marry multiple, I'm pretty sure, wives. I'm pretty sure polygamy is strictly defined by a man marrying multiple wives. I could be wrong there, but that's usually how it expresses itself. So now that we have an understanding of what I am referring to, if you have a different definition, we'll just have to talk about that in the comment section. But understanding what I am referring to, I just must say, they're just saying some shit I'm gonna do. I'll just be honest. I just ain't some shit I'm gonna do. I'll be real with y'all, man. It ain't for me. And so here are the reasons why. It'd be a damn lie to say I considered it. I have thought critically about it, but it would be a damn lie for me to say I don't feel it. And the reason why, let me explain the reason why. I honestly feel, now perhaps I'm just the chosen one and I'm just far too intelligent and thoughtful than the rest of all humanity. I really don't think so, but maybe I am. Maybe I just have to accept that I'm just so much higher brain functioning than most people. But I honestly feel that if you're gonna have an opinion on something, you should think critically about it for some period of time. Now, perhaps I just think too hard about stuff, but I thought really hard about this. It's just kind of why I'm just not gonna do it. And I would honestly encourage that no one really do it honestly, but I can't stop you if you want to. I'm just saying, I just don't think you'd be a very good one, do you? So let's start off with reason number one. An open relationship just kind of in principle defeats the purpose of monogamy. So just philosophically speaking, or just relating to the definition, the principle of something, the point of being monogamous, or the point of having a main relationship, I was drinking something, that's why I'm burping, I'm sorry. The point is to, I would say, one, protect yourself from all manners of venereal diseases. I wouldn't say that's just number one. It's just the first thing on top of my head. Just protect yourself from venereal diseases. If I'm trustworthy and the lady's trustworthy and we just have sex with each other, then we are safe from any outside infections, right? Like say I don't know, a mosquito might come or something. Probably not, right? So we're protected. It's protection, number one. Now, number two, it's security, right? Now, I don't need to worry about, I don't need to fall, I don't need to hunt out other women of whom I could have a relationship with. I got my one. I'm secure. I'm fine. I don't need other women. I don't need to expend any more energy now on courting women because I have this one woman that I am with currently. So it will grant me peace of mind. I have a partner in life who's going to help me and support me. That's another thing that monogamy would grant you, or should grant you. I say in principle, meaning obviously there are bad relationships. Like guys, like I get it. There are bad relationships. I get it. But just understand that in this video I'm talking about a good relationship, not just monogamy just by itself, because it can fail if the two people are stupid. I get it. But there's that security that you would get if your partner is 100% trustworthy. All right. Now, another thing is it protects my paternity. That's reason number three. My paternity is protected. I ain't got to worry about being cuckolded should this woman have some integrity or some honor. I'm safe there. My children are going to be my children. My responsibility to them will be regulated. Okay, we have a direct line, a direct legacy. They see me, I see them. I can influence them. I can talk to them. I can be around them without worry or care. They're my children. Our unit is safe. So it kind of falls back onto the whole security thing I was talking about. More originally, I was talking about the security of having a life partner. But, you know, that security of my paternity is also protected in monogamy as well. So we get all those different things. Now, all that flies out of the window when you have an open relationship, right? If your relationship is open, what really is stopping that individual from just finding a new person and just being with them and just sexually wanting to go with them and then just moving on? Nothing. Like, you gave them the golden ticket. You gave them the opportunity of whom which to do that. And I honestly feel, maybe this might be skipping a little too far ahead, but like I honestly feel like a lot of open relationships are kind of an excuse to kind of just have everything. It's very spoiled to me. It's very, very spoiled. And there's reasons why I disagree with spoiling yourself, which we'll get into, I guess, as the video goes on. Excuse me. But it feels a lot to me that it's attempting to have a safety net with someone. You're trying to have that security and safety net, of having a main person. Oh man, I shouldn't have drank that before I started. You're trying to have the safety net of the main person while you get to explore and be hedonistic and have all these different feelings or relationships with other individuals, right? Now, I'll be honest. Call this insecurity if you want, but I have pattern recognized this with myself in my relationships with women. I have noticed that for whatever the reason might be, women don't pick me. I don't know what it is, okay? Maybe it's because I'm ugly. Maybe it's because I'm just not as smart as I think. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm blunt. I don't know. But whatever it be, they don't pick me. If woman is presented with the option of being with me or being with someone else, they always pick to someone else. It's just consistent. Like it's very consistent in my experience with young ladies, okay? I counted before I recorded the video about 8 specific times of which I could say that, right? So if once is happenstance, twice is a coincidence, and 3 times is a pattern, well, 8 is pretty consistent. Happened to me recently. Just kind of get this back to back, actually, now that I think about it, with some girls that I've met. So whatever it is, listen, I don't know, 4 times, no, I think it's 5. Whatever the point, whatever it be, like women, they'll be friends with me, but like they don't want to like move towards trying to have a family with me. So whatever it be, I don't know what the fuck it is. Something might be wrong with me. I don't know. Maybe. But the long and short of it is, I'll be damned if I open the door up for that to happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I already recognize that, like, they're not going to pick me, the very last thing I'm ever going to do is be like a safety net for a woman so she can go spring off and find somebody else. Like, if you're going to do that anyway, like, at least allow me to go find some other person. Don't try to keep me prisoner here and then support you and invest in you and care about you and love you while you go seek out someone else. What I look like? Some old bullshit. No, I ain't doing that. Just out of my... Is it purely pride? 100%. Another reason why I just can't do this whole open relationship thing is, I'll just be honest, it's my pride, okay? My self-respect, if you will. I'm not investing my life my time, my energy, my wisdom, okay? I'm not giving that to a woman so she can go have sex with someone. I'm not doing that, all right? To me, sex has weight. Like, I know so a lot of people, it doesn't mean anything, okay? Like, a lot of people, it really doesn't. A lot of people, they treat it like it's a bowel movement. A lot of people, they don't care. To me, I am potentially making a whole nother person with you, okay? I know that oxytocin hits me fucking hard, okay? I know that and this is just my self-awareness, I bond to people way too easily and way too hard. I know I do, okay? Like, I know I can bond really quickly to a dog. I know I can do it to a woman. I've done it before. I'm not doing it. I'm not having sex with a woman. So if here's the thing, if she doesn't value me, my penis, I'll be honest with you guys, my experience, and I'm not good at having sex. I've never had sex. I'm not good at it, okay? But if I'm gonna risk making people with you, condom, no condom, birth control, no birth control, if I'm gonna risk making a person with you, there's gotta be some weight, there's gotta be some value. If you as a woman do not respect that, first of all, I'm probably just gonna have sex with you. And you in principle, if you want an open relationship, you in principle you don't feel the same way I feel about sexual intercourse. You can't. In principle. Because if you did, the very last thing you would do is risk that with other people. If you value my intimacy and my experience of us being the only two people who are doing this, an open relationship cannot exist in that environment and that with that understanding, right? So just in principle, sex has way too much weight, way too much value to me. I care about it too much as an individual experience between two people. Like, if I'm having sex with you, then you're having sex with me. And we should enjoy each other. Like, we don't need other people. That's how I feel. I feel like if you need another person, if you're asking for another person, I fucked up somewhere. You fucked up somewhere. Somewhere, something ain't clicking, because I don't need 150,000 other women. I don't need multiple. I just need one woman, and I'll be fine. I wouldn't even be content. I'd be happy. I'd be good. And so, knowing that I have this capacity and this ability, and I know that I can be this steadfast and honorable, what the fuck I look like investing my life, giving this woman this honor, this thing. Because make no mistake, viewer, like, I recognize that's awesomeness, okay? That's fantastic, all right? Make no mistake. Like, I didn't say all that stuff back there because I don't like myself. I like myself quite a bit. It seems the women, they don't like me. I like me. And because I put that much weight on what I'm doing, I'm just not gonna accept creating a relationship that in principle defeats its own purpose. Because again, if it's an open relationship, well, my security is gone. Because now, what do I have to do? In order for me to make use of said open relationship, I must now go find another woman. I don't like courting women. I really don't. I mean, honestly, I can't stand that shit. I only do it because in order to have children, you need a woman. That's kind of it. It's just out of necessity. If I didn't need a woman to have children, I wouldn't talk to them. I'll be honest with you. And I know that sounds really awful, but I'm just going to have to blame women in my age bracket for that one, because you guys don't make that shit easy. You guys really don't. That's another video for another time, okay? It really is. But, like, I know that I don't like courting women. So just the principle of what being in an open relationship is now, in order for me to indulge in it, I have to go find more women. I don't want to find more women. I want one woman, okay? I want to put all my chips on that woman, and I want to be done. I don't need to go after 150 trillion thousand women. I don't want them. I don't need them, okay? And I honestly feel that if a woman is like, no, I need multiple dicks in my life, then more power to you. Go find them, okay? Get your tubes tied and go find them, okay? Please remove yourself from the gene pool and then go be a lizard as much as you want. Now, I can't stop you. Like, I really can't. I can't. If you want to be a lizard, go be a lizard, all right? The only reason why this stuff matters, at least to me, is because for some reason, like, women, like, their brains don't stop and say, hey, I have this whole cloning factory down here inside of me. Maybe I should think critically about the individual of whom I'm allowing inside of me or something. Oh, jeez. But yeah, so we call it insecure as much as you want, but I don't want to invest in a woman that's going to be half invested in me, or wants other men. If you want other men, go have them. But you can't have me, and you can't have other men. It's either me, you either. And here's the thing, like, the nature of what monogamy is checks and balances, okay? It's giving up one thing for another, right? You give up being able to have lots of sex with lots of different people in your open relationship, right? You give that up. Goodbye. See you later. And in return, you get consistency with this one person here, right? You get protection from venereal diseases, assuming we are honorable, we don't cheat, right? And we get a familial unit that is connected through our bloodline, right? Now, and you can adopt, like, that's fair, whatever. Excuse me. Nothing wrong with adoption. I'm just saying, you do get that biological connection as well, So we trade all of that for not being able to go just have one-offs with other people, have relationships with other people that may or may not work. That's a check and balance. And to me, it seems like a lot of open relationships are open. Now, here's another thing that kind of bothers me, right? Because I've seen this a lot. A lot of these relationships, and honestly, let me just pause and say this. I honestly feel that if you are sure of your decision, if you honestly believe in what you're doing is right, you should be able to argue and defend the point. That's how I feel. You should honestly be able to argue and try to convince me that being in an open relationship is a good idea. If you honestly believe it. If you hit me, and I hate this. I see people do this all, and maybe it's not for you, don't get this feeling stuff. You should be able to defend this position and defend it well, because I don't see the merit here, okay? And this is one of the reasons why I can't jive with this, because what I've seen consistently, right, is there's always some element of insecurity in a lot of these open relationships, right? I have seen many times where the dude is only opening up the relationship so he could keep the woman there because he feels like he can't get somebody else. And I've seen girls do this too. It's not even just a male-female thing, right? It's a human thing. I've seen it where they are trying to keep their partner there and satisfied. So they've turned themselves into the safety net or the anchor, if you will, so that other person can be satisfied by having sex with other people but still come back to them. Now, of course, that presents all the other dangers I've said earlier in the other video. But mentally, what is this telling the other person? Mentally and emotionally, that is an admittance that that person isn't good enough. Ain't that insecurity numerous people have all the time? So you're just supposed to walk right into that shit, right? Are you telling me you're just supposed to accept that I ain't good enough? So, well, okay. I hope that big old BBC is good enough for you. Goodbye. I'm just supposed to accept that? Well, I hope that other girl has a nice wop. I hope it's real lubricated. All right, honey, bye. I'll see you. I'm just supposed to accept that? First of all, if I was a woman, I'll be damned if I was a woman. I'll ever allow some. Actually, male or female, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not going to do. Listen, here's the thing. I see that insecurity a lot. These people oftentimes always talk about the fact that their partner will end up getting jealous. And I'm sitting here. Now, here's the thing that bothers me. Now, this is just me. Now, maybe I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But to me, something is off about that, right? Because if you're telling me that you're in an open relationship and your partner expresses jealousy, they express discomfort in this partner that you have, wouldn't you as a loving person say, you know what? If this hurts you, I'm not going to do it. Right? Because it's not, you're not compromising on anything heavy. Like, listen, it's not compromising on the direction of which your family could go. For example, let's say you want children, the woman doesn't, vice versa, right? Either, in that ultimatum, either you have children you don't want, right? Or you never have children at all. That's cut and dry. But if you're in an open relationship and someone is expressing discomfort and you're just going to allow them to be discomfort just because you had a conversation, because you talked about it, to me, that indicates you can't care about this person all too much if you're going to do something that actively hurts them. If you see that if that's a conversation you guys have to talk about, that means you're saying, hey, that hurts you. I don't give a damn. In all manner of words, that conversation can be 2 to 3, 4, 5 hours long. But the long and short of it is, if you don't cut that off, if you don't end it, you're saying, I don't care. Or, more than that, I care more about the sexual pleasures of being with this person than I care about your emotional state. You have to be saying that. Because if their emotional state, if their comfort mattered more, you wouldn't want an open relationship. And that's another thing that bothers me. I keep seeing this stuff and I'm like, you shouldn't want to do something that's going to hurt your so-called partner. If you're in an open relationship, you're supposed to be consistent. This is your mainstay. Why would you ever allow you? Now, listen, life is going to do whatever it's going to do, right? You're going to have challenges everywhere in life. But if you are a partner, if someone picks you to be with them, right? What kind of sense it makes if you're the one inflicting that damage and that pain onto somebody? Not even sound like it makes sense to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people just need to get over that shit, right? You jealous? Just take it on the chin. Take it on the chin. I want some dick. Sorry, his dick is big. I need it in my wop. Sorry, dude. She is great, man. She sucks the soul out of my penis. Sorry, young lady. Take that one on the chin, right? Because that's what you're saying. I'll be honest. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe I'm the problem. I don't know. But if I'm with a woman, it just doesn't seem right to me to ever do something I know is going to hurt this woman. Like, if I know it causes her discomfort, there's no comfort. The only conversation is, all right, well, how do we fix it then? Depending on, now, of course, depending on what it is. Maybe I play video games too much and maybe she just got to suck it up. I don't know. Depending on what it is. But that's a little minute in comparison of I'm risking having sex and diseases and another whole emotional relationship with another woman. There's kind of video games that, it's just not something I don't think you should do to somebody. Again, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I am, but maybe I am. Maybe you're just supposed to take it on the chin. But to me, that's why can't really do that. Can't really do that whole open relationship thing. Now, considering the length of this video, I'll probably come back and talk about polygamy, probably briefly, because I don't really have much to say about that. But we'll talk more about polyamory a little bit more, because that's a little complex and a little bit confusing to me, and rather strange. But I didn't really touch that topic in today's video, even though I defined them. So I guess I'll just have to come back and talk about that some other time. But in conclusion, open relationships, it's just not something that I can do. I really can't do it. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I am a possessive individual. I care too much. I invest too much. I care about the paternity of my children way too much. I care about I want to be wanted. I'll be honest with you. Just if you say it's for my ego, my self-respect, whatever you want to say, I want to be wanted. I want that woman to pick me and want to be with me. And and clearly that woman ain't picking me if she's going off with other dudes, all right? Because I've seen women pick other dudes over me, so I know they can do it. I know they have that capacity. The fuck I look like allowing that shit in a whole relationship? I ain't doing it. Just if that's just for my own pride, I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. Just not. I care too much. And just, if that makes me a bitch ass nigga, I'm a bitch ass nigga, but I care too much. I care too much about my children being my children. I care too much about the integrity of my own body. I don't want venereal diseases. I don't want herpes. I don't want HIV. I don't want syphilis. I don't want chlamydia. I don't want any of that. I want to be consistent. I want to be with one woman, and I don't want to risk any of that. I feel it's just too much. It's way too much. You're playing a dangerous game, and it's a game I don't want to play. I'll be honest with you. Again, just for my own peace of mind, I like the security. I like the consistency of being able to rely on one person. I don't want to go out and try to court multiple women. I really don't. I don't like that shit at all. So, and to me, in principle, open relationships is just not something I can do. It's just not. I can't do it. And I honestly would suggest that no one do it, really. I honestly don't think that anyone should do it, because it's just the depths of insecurities I see in these relationships are just too much. I feel like perhaps, just to be fair to the complexities of reality, someone may come and say, well, I am in an open relationship and it is totally fine with me, and we never get jealous, and we never feel bad, and it's wonderful and great, and we've never had any diseases, and we never had any pregnancy scares. My wife is on birth control, and she had her tubes tied, and I got a vasectomy, and we're just totally fine and hunky-dory. More power to you, okay? Maybe you can do it. I can't. And I just don't really think that, I don't even think that that's a reasonable expectation to ever put on anyone, ever. That's just how I feel. So that being said, I just hope you guys got something out of today's video. You probably didn't, but if you did, man, go and click the like button. Go and click that subscribe button. Comment in the comment box below. And as always, you guys have yourselves a great day. I'll see you cool cats soon. Adios.